of Hurricane Milton approaching Florida. My co-anchor and friend Britta Merwin joins us from Lido Key, Florida, right near Sarasota. Good morning, Britta.
Good morning, Craig. Arriving in Lido Key this morning, a very eerie feeling. There's very few people out and about, as you can imagine. We just had a police officer drive by. Lido Key is 4 miles away from downtown Sarasota. You take the John Ringling Causeway to get over here. It's known for St. Armand's Circle. It's an outdoor shopping area, absolutely beautiful. That's behind the camera, and we'll show you what it looks like this morning. Everything is moved out of the storefronts and everything is boarded up. Meanwhile, behind me, Craig, that's the concern. Debris piles left over from Helene. This beautiful, quiet neighborhood, about 2,500 residents live here full time, because keep in mind, it's a growing population, right? You have a lot of tourists that come in and come out. But for the people that call Lido Key home all year round, their lives are right now out on a sidewalk. And that's going to be a very complicated scenario come tomorrow morning, which is the earliest onset of storm surge that is possible. So, Craig, you know, this is going to be a long journey, and this is truly just the beginning.
Yeah, Britta, and as we take a look at some of the debris behind you, I think that's been a big concern as well, right? Trying to clear out the debris, but not really the case in all situations. There just hasn't been enough time.
Although there's no way that they can remove it. We have seen one huge truck come through. I mean, keep in mind, it's the middle of the night, and we've seen a debris truck come through, but there's no way to possibly get rid of the debris. So what's behind me is just a couple homes, but driving around Lido Key in the dark of night, every street is the same. And every street is just lined on both sides as if you're going through a tunnel of snow, but instead of the snow, it is people's homes. It's their belongings, it's their memories, it's their furniture, it's their mattresses, and you just have one lane that goes in and one lane that goes out, and there's no way to get rid of that debris before the storm surge arrives from Milton.
Yeah, Britta, I know you, Bob, Van Dillen also traveling yesterday. Some of the hotels have been evacuated. Was yours okay? Because I know it's tough to find a place in a situation like this.
It's very tough. We started making plans for coming to Sarasota this past weekend, and everything was sold out. That gives me a little bit of hope, because for the most part, it's for residents. And that's who needs to be in these hotels. You need to be close to home so when Milton is gone, they can get back. But unfortunately, the reality is some of those people in the hotels have been there for over a week because they don't have a home to come back to because of Helene. Looking at the condition of this neighborhood, I don't think many people are actually in their homes and have not been in their homes since Helene made its way through, really. Talking about the flight here, that was something that surprised me, Craig. The flight was packed. I mean, they were asking people if they would be willing to fly another day, flying from Newark down to Tampa. We're actually staying in Tampa. We're in evacuation zone B. So we're on standby to evacuate. So far, we haven't been asked to leave. We're on a higher point within the Tampa Bay area in the downtown spot. But we're on standby as well to get evacuated, because, of course, we're no exception. If we're asked to leave, we're going to leave.
Absolutely. It's all about life and protecting yourselves. Britta Merwin, we'll check in with you throughout the morning as well. I want to get to where Milton is now, because, boy, yesterday we were watching this, Britta, the entire team.
The results in Manchester speak for themselves.
So how you guys doing? Christian Prepper here. As you can see, Milton is building into a Category 5. Right now it's in the ocean at a Category 3. They say by the time it hits land, it's going to be a 4 and a 5. That's incredible. This is a ferocious storm, people. If you know anybody in Florida, please tell them to get out of there. I already saw it in a couple interviews with different mayors and stuff around Florida. DeSantis, the governor, he says that people are going to die from this. You need to get out of there. So please, if you know anybody in Florida, pass this video along. Help get people out of there. If they think they're going to ride out this storm, you can't. I was in Florida years ago for Hurricane Andrew. That was a Category 3, and it was crazy. I can't even imagine being in a Category 5. Oh my God. Whoever's out, they got to get out of there. So please pass it along. It's going to touch Fort Myers. It's going to touch Naples, Tampa, Orlando, Daytona, Port St. Lucie, some of Jacksonville. And don't forget, people, it could turn and go up and head to the same path that Helene did. We don't know yet. They're hoping, if anything, it goes straight across the Florida Peninsula from one side to the other, southwest to southwest to the northwest, I think, or something like that. Anyways, they're hoping to go straight across. That's the path it looks like it's going to take. They're not sure. So I'll keep you posted on that. I wanted to release this video. I was waiting to see if it might have turned or dissolved, but I've known about it for a few days, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to turn on us and it would have been wasted news, right? We don't want wasted news. So this is the second major storm inside of 10 days. Man, I feel for these people in Florida. My thoughts and wishes and love go out to them. God bless whoever tries to ride out the storm. I don't think that's a good idea, like I said. There's going to be winds up to 175 miles an hour. Think about that for a minute. It only takes 50 to 60, maybe 70 miles an hour winds to move people and big objects. You know what I mean? 175 miles an hour, you're talking moving cars and throwing cars around and everything. The cars don't even exist. It's like nothing to this storm. You know, 2 devastating storms inside of 10 days. That's unheard of. This storm is going to be reported as the biggest storm coming off the Gulf Coast in over 100 years since the last one that was recorded. Governor DeSantis has got 200 ambulances on standby, ready to go. There's no fuel shortages yet because people are doing the right thing. They stocked up and they've left town. Most of the towns are getting desolate, but if there's anybody that thinks they're going to ride this storm out, once again, I hate to repeat myself, but they got to get out of there. There's going to be power outages, massive flooding. Another thing I learned, there's going to be 15-foot waves coming off the ocean. 15 feet, that's huge. I mean, it's not wicked huge, but 15 feet, that's pretty damn tall. You got to think about that for a minute. And that's going to cause massive flooding and everything, all the way through Fort Myers and that whole area. Sarasota, it's going to be wiped out. I like that guy DeSantis. He's good. I like him. He's always on top of everything. He is. This is an explosive, escalating storm. If you know anybody there, please tell them to get out. I can't urge this enough. Don't forget, it's better to have and not need and need and not have. The more I learn about the storm, the more I will tell you. God, I hope everybody's okay, whoever decides to ride it out, and may God be on their side. That's for sure. I love all you guys. Please pass this video along. This is breaking news. Hurricane Milton is coming towards Florida. Another hurricane inside of 10 days. Have a good day. Love you guys. See you soon.